goodness. So have you just been feeling more tired than usual lately, mentally and physically? You just can't seem to shake yourself out of a funk and get your job done, missing deadlines, and the quality of your work is suffering? You could be dealing with burnout, my friend. I'm Kalila Reynolds, and it's time for another episode of Money Mondays JA. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on those post notifications. Also subscribe to our newsletter by clicking the link up here or in the description box below. You'll get access to a transcript of this episode and other awesome stuff such as promo codes on my masterclass, investment alerts, and much more. So, burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. In many instances, burnout can be tied right back to a person's job. Burnout typically occurs when people start feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and are unable to meet constant demands. It affects productivity because there's a complete lack of energy. You may even feel hopeless or resentful. Now, while burnout isn't medically diagnosed, it can lead to various physical and mental issues if not acknowledged or addressed. For instance, despite being constantly exhausted, some people find it hard to sleep, and lack of sleep comes with its own issues. If you begin to isolate and avoid interactions, that can also be dangerous. Plus, doctors say that long-term burnout can actually make you more vulnerable to illness, such as colds and flus. So how do we beat burnout and still maintain our productivity? Well, the first step is to acknowledge that you are burned out. Sometimes we take on this "I'm going to push through it" mentality and ignore the signs that our bodies are giving us. And in the long run, that does more harm than good. Ignoring the signs that you're burning out, mental and physical exhaustion, isolating yourself from friends and family, inability to perform tasks at work, and lack of enthusiasm, well, ignoring those signs will only end up costing you. After you've acknowledged that you are experiencing burnout, there are a couple of other things that you can do to start feeling better. Get more sleep. Sleep is important. The full 8 hours. You may see videos online of people saying, successful people don't sleep 8 hours a day. And that may be true for some, but it isn't for all. Now, with all the things I need to do in a day, I need proper rest in order to be mentally sharp and focused. So I get my beauty rest, my dear. Now, some people need a full night's rest to be the most productive version of themselves, like me, which in turn will lead to success. Plus, if you're already feeling burnt out, then losing sleep will only make it worse. So put your phone and your mind on Do Not Disturb and get some rest. Do Not Disturb is literally like one of my favorite features on my phone. I use it all the time. Now, this next tip might seem contradictory to sleeping, but get moving. Exercise can help to improve your mood and boost your productivity. It can also make you sleep better. Just 30 minutes, take a walk, go jogging, hit the gym, whatever you prefer, just get your body moving. And this is another personal life hack for me. I like to exercise first thing in the morning because it energizes me for the rest of the day. It gets my blood pumping and it makes me feel good for having accomplished my physical goals. Additionally, it's been proven that the sun can improve your mood. It increases the hormone in the brain that regulates our mood, and it can help with anxiety. So maybe try an activity that gives you a combination of the two, like yoga, which can be done outside, and it is physical enough to get your blood pumping. And with yoga, you can practice meditation, which is another way to beat burnout. Getting sunlight gives you that important vitamin D. And for me, I'm a sun child. I was born and raised in the tropics, so I need sun. Whenever I'm feeling a little down or grumpy or tired at work, a quick walk outside always helps. Another tip is to set boundaries at work. If you're feeling overwhelmed at your job because of the workload, then speak with your supervisor and see if you can arrive at some kind of compromise. Say no to additional work when you already feel swamped. If you're losing interest because of the way people are speaking to you, then establish that you don't like being spoken to that way. If you're an entrepreneur setting your own hours, then boundaries are even more important. Have dedicated off hours where you are not working and are practicing self-care. Like I've blocked off certain times as family time. So whenever I get requests to do things during that time, I simply say, no, that's my family time. We can do it another time, or you can find somebody else. Also, delegate tasks to members of your team so that you aren't doing everything. If you're a one-man or a one-woman show, then set reasonable deadlines for yourself to complete projects, keeping in mind that you are only one person with 24 hours in a day, minus 8 for sleep, so that's 16 hours. Finally, talk to someone about how you're feeling. Don't keep your feelings bottled up. Find some support. It could be friends, family, a therapist, but share your emotions with someone, especially your boss. Your boss needs to know if you're feeling burnt out. They may be able to reassign some of your tasks or give you some vacation time. For example, I've actually had an employee come to me with this very problem, which made me realize that we needed to hire someone else. But if that person didn't tell me, I would never know, and it may lead to resentment on their part, and that person eventually resigning when there actually was a solution. Now, you could also start journaling, which is a great way to get your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Just remember, your health is your wealth and will help you get this money. That's it for this episode of Money Mondays, JA. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and sign up for my newsletter at KalilaReynolds.com/newsletter. And take my Investing for Beginners Masterclass at KalilaReynolds.com/masterclass. You can click the link in the description box below. Follow me all over social media on Instagram and Twitter at Kalila Ray, and on Facebook at Kalila Reynolds Media. We're also on all the podcasting platforms. Let's get this money.
Let's get this money.